Call the meeting to order. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. Good evening. Welcome to the March 23rd special session of your Brookings City Council. Ask City Clerk to record attendance.
Bacon? Bacon?
Yes.
Brink? Council members, we need to do a roll call verbally tonight since you are not here in person, so please respond present when I call your name. Brink?
Yes.
Corbett?
Aye.
Hanson?
Present.
Niemeyer?
Aye.
Tilton Burn?
Present.
Wendell?
Present.
Okay, everybody's present. One thing you could notice, especially those of you sitting out there, if you kind of feel a little away from each other, but we're practicing the social distancing. Staff have moved the chairs away, and all council members except Councilman Niemeyer are calling in tonight to keep that social distancing, and those of us that are up here at least 6 foot apart. So we'll get through all of this. I would ask you also that if you care to speak to one of the ordinances that we're going to be introducing, that when you come up, please don't touch the microphones. They're hot all the time, so you don't have to touch them or turn them on or anything like that. Then kind of been a unique couple weeks, and I really want to thank the people of Brookings, the way you pulled together, and the bars closing without the city saying anything to them, and out of concern for their employees and for the public, and I just applaud that, and a number of restaurants that have done the same thing. So thank you so much for your commitment to the community, and also your time that you're spending checking on others to make sure that we're going to get through this. And these ordinances we've got tonight will help us get through those. So with that, the first one, I need action to approve the agenda. See, Bonnie, you aren't close enough to keep track of me tonight. So, all right, entertain a motion
to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Seeing none. Any public comment? Seeing none. Please call a roll.
Brink?
Aye.
Corbett?
Aye.
Hanson?
Aye.
Niemeyer?
Aye.
Tilton Burn?
Aye.
Wendell?
Aye.
Bacon?
Aye.
Okay, the agenda is approved. The first item on the agenda is action on Ordinance 20-005, and ask City Manager to introduce this topic. Okay, we'll back up then. See, I don't have it in bold print, so I lost it. But anybody care to address the council on anything, an open forum that doesn't relate to the two ordinances tonight? Okay, seeing none, we'll close the open forum. Now, City Manager, if you'd introduce 20-005, please.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council members, public with us tonight. Emergency ordinance was created to address existing public health crisis. These measures would go into effect tonight, Monday, March 23rd, and run through April 8th. The ordinance, however, is good for the next 60 days if enacted. At the April 7th meeting, Council can renew the existing conditions by a simple resolution at that meeting. The ordinance will close public accommodations for public accommodation businesses offering food and beverages on site, on sale, as well as entertainment facilities. Businesses would still have the opportunity to offer food delivery and pickup. Special businesses that does not apply would include retail stores that offer food, drug, hardware, hotels, healthcare related facilities, various crisis shelters, emergency facilities, meetings of schools, county, and the city and state, as well as operations of the state and federal courts. Staff does recommend approval of this ordinance.
Okay, thank you. This time I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, we'll make that as several motions and come. Okay, any public comment on 005? Seeing none, close public hearing. Council, comments or questions?
Mr. Mayor, may I speak?
Yes, Councilman Niemeyer.
I'm thinking that there's one thing that's lacking in here. We do not have salons, barbershops, or spas in this. I'd like to amend the motion to include those in the non-essentials.
Okay, we have an amendment to 005. Do we have a second on the amendment to the motion?
Second.
Second.
Okay. Now, any public comment? Councilman Niemeyer, as long as you made that motion, you want to speak to it first?
Well, I received phone calls from two different concerned salon workers, and that they are in such close contact with their customers that they are concerned that they will pass the virus to them, or they will get it from their customers. And that one of them in particular cited that quite a few elderly women come to their salon, and they're concerned about their well-being. Also, moms with children that aren't in school right now, so we have extra people actually in the salon. Even though that they have separated themselves with every other chair, they still feel that they're vulnerable, and the public that they're serving is vulnerable also. And so they felt it was in the best interest that we mandate that all salons close down.
Okay. I'm not sure who seconded that, but do you want to speak to that? Okay.
Mayor Corbett, I would just agree with what Councilman Niemeyer has said. He brought it up to me today, and it's an area we hadn't thought about, but I think deserves the same attention.
Okay. Now open public comment. Anyone in the public care to speak to adding salons, barbershops, what else was it? Oh, spas to this emergency ordinance? Okay, we'll close the public hearing. Any council members have anything else you'd like to add to this? Okay. Bonnie, please call the roll on the amendment to the ordinance.
Corbett,
Aye.
Hanson,
Aye.
Niemeyer,
Aye.
Tiltonburn,
Aye.
Wendell,
Aye.
Bacon,
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Okay, the amendment is approved. So now we're voting on the amended ordinance. Any further comments on the amended ordinance? Please call a roll, Bonnie. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, would you just come up, please?
Sorry, I must have missed something.
Oh,
Or I just wanted to know the duration of this ordinance that you're going to impose.
okay, I'm sorry. It's 60 days, so April 8th. Yeah,
60 days.
unless the council chooses to extend it.
Okay, so what happens if there's progress made and the virus slows down, or, we see improvement of the situation? I mean, people are already voluntarily, complying and helping to slow their thing down. Now you want to add barbershops, beauty salons, all that stuff. To me, that's just putting more people out of work. Now, maybe, 2 weeks, but 60 days is,
And I can address this a little bit. For the record, we do need your name.
oh, mine is Bradley Walker.
Bradley Walker. Get that, Bonnie? Okay, Bradley, the current ordinance before City Council tonight is in effect for 60 days, but the duration of the regulation is from now until April 8th. So for the next, what is that, 2.5 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks. At the April 7th meeting, if council wants to extend that, they can do so via resolution, very simply. So to an extent, it is for the next couple of weeks, but once again, council will then reevaluate it and then make that determination if they want to move
Okay,
forward
so
based on the
that's why
conditions.
It's not cut and dry to 60 days. It seems to me that 60 days is a very long time to have a bunch of people unemployed. And, as far as I'm concerned, I'm concerned about the health and fitness clubs like CrossFit, Anytime Fitness, Power Shop, all those places where mostly people are smart enough, they're not going to go there if they're sick. And they need to keep in physical fitness, which improves their resistance to the virus. And my personal gym, Anytime, they've already implemented rules where there's a limited capacity of no more than 20 people total in the club at one time. And they've also designated areas where no more than 10 people can be at one time to accommodate the social distancing. And then they've also really stepped up they're almost cleaning almost constantly, you know, to make sure, wiping down equipment to stop the community spread, I guess, if you want to put it. But yeah, that was my concern, was the 60 days.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming up. Anyone else care to speak to this amended ordinance? Okay. Council, no more comments or questions? Okay, Bonnie, please call the roll.
Hanson,
Aye.
Niemeyer,
Aye.
Tilton Burn,
Aye.
Wendell,
Aye.
Bacon,
Aye.
Brink,
Aye.
Corbett.
Aye. All right. Next one's action on Resolution 20-032. Ask City Manager to introduce this topic.
Resolution 20-32 allows access to necessary funds through emergency warrant utilization. Currently, the city has reserves for emergencies. However, to access such funds requires council action. This resolution grants the city manager to act on behalf of the city council to expend necessary funds throughout an emergency. There is a requirement, however, that the utilization of this resolution and reserves will require future council action and a detail of all funds expended during the emergency. Emergency purchases could include contracting, replacement of necessary equipment, funding of programming, assistance of necessary for services of our community. Staff currently codes all expenses to a special COVID-19 fund in anticipation of potential reimbursement to the federal government. Staff does recommend approval of this resolution.
Okay, thank you. Entertain a motion to approve Resolution 20-032.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Any public comment on this resolution? Okay, seeing none, close public comment. Council comments or questions? Okay, Bonnie, please call a roll.
Niemeyer,
Aye.
Tilton Burn,
Aye.
Wendell,
Aye.
Bacon,
Aye.
Brink,
Aye.
Corbett,
Aye.
Hanson.
Aye.
Resolution 20-32 is approved. This time entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.